Today I thought maybe you could join me for a little breath and neck stretch. Combining our breath with stretching is one of the most powerful things we can do. Number one, breath. Unparalleled. I had no idea. We all think we're experts, right? Heck, I've been breathing for 70 years. I'm a pro. It turns out maybe you're not. I'm going to recommend a book. It's called Breathe by James Nestor. And I love it because him and a Swedish scientist, they got together and they did some studies at Stanford on breathing in and out through your nose. Turns out breathing out through your nose might be one of the most healing things you can do. I highly recommend checking out that book. We incorporate breath into all of our practices here. So today, let's just take a few minutes. Let's do a little gentle breathing, deepening our breath, filling up our lungs, and then we're going to throw a gentle neck stretch in with that breath. Let's open up. So what I'd like you to do right now is just quickly look to one side and look to the other side and maybe notice the range that you have. Just even take a little pause to kind of get it in your mind because we're going to check that at the end and see if it makes any difference. Hopefully it does. So we're going to start with our breath. We're going to just sit. We're going to sit nice and tall. You want to be stacked. You don't want to feel like you want to fall forward or backwards. You want that big, beautiful posture. So we take a big breath in and then just let it go. We try to keep the breath in and out through our nose, but sometimes you can open your mouth for a little de-stress. But in through your nose is critical. Out through your nose is also highly healing. So we'll take a few. I'm going to give you a minute. Just take some nice deep breaths as you settle. Settle in, releasing any kerfuffle, any outside garbage floating in. And just come into the next few minutes of this gentle little practice. No matter what time of the day you're doing this, it's perfect. It's great before bed, great first thing in the morning. If you're stressed at work, just sit down and do this. Okay. So take those. You could even do it seated in your chair at your desk. So let's start with a little breath hold work. What we're going to do is breathe in through our nose. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Put a little pause at the top. Holding the breath is really powerful. Now, just release gently. Either out through your nose or you can go out through your mouth, just nice and easy. Yeah. Now take another deep breath in. Filling up the lungs. Put a little space at the top. And now gently release that breath. And try to keep the shoulders soft this whole time. One more huge breath in. We're going to fill up. Hold that breath at the top. Let it swirl. Let it energize. And gently release it. Oh, yeah. Feel the body relaxing. Feel it softening. And then now go to that nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose as we relax. Continue relaxation for a few more breaths. Might even soften your gaze or close your eyes. Now let's move to those gentle neck stretches. We're going to take a deep breath in. Feel the crown of your head moving up. And as you exhale, let the right ear drift down to the shoulder. We're going to stretch the scalene muscles. There's 3 muscles that run up the side of your neck. Oh man, those can get a lot of tension, a lot of tightness. They can block nerves. I mean, sometimes if your hand's numb, try releasing these. So we try to keep them stretched. I incorporate this into many, many of my sessions. You're breathing. You're keeping the shoulders relaxed. Stretching that central scalene. Now we're going to move it to the back scalene. We do that by keeping your right ear on the shoulder and then letting the chin float down to the chest. You're going to feel the weight of your heads going to move this to the back scalene, and you're going to be stretching it. Again, you're keeping that shoulder soft. Depending on how tight the muscle is, you might feel this all the way down to your shoulder blade. You might even at some point here feel something releasing in your hands or your arms or your shoulders. A lot of nerves come through this area, and these tight muscles, man, they really impact them. They block them. Ever feel numbness in your hands? Stretch the scalenes on the same side. Now on your next breath in, we go ahead and keep the ear on the shoulder. We lift the chin up. And you're moving that stretch to the front, the medial scalene. Yeah. Now, Keeping your ear on your shoulder, I'm going to encourage you to throw a little motion in here. And why? We're going to look for other spots. We're going to go ahead and move the ear up across the shoulder. Think of sweeping the ear up and down across the shoulder. If you find any spots that are tight, just pause there, play with it, twist into it. We want to try to release as much of the neck as we can. There are other techniques we use. This is a great one for just a simple little breath and neck stretch. Beautiful. Bring that head back to center. Take another deep breath in. Maybe a little smile on your face. And then as you exhale, drop the left ear down. Oh man, both sides going to be a little bit different, as with most of our body. So you're going to feel that central scaling. We let it stretch for a couple nice deep breaths. On your next exhale, let the chin float down to the chest. You're going to feel it move to the back muscle now. Those three muscles, the back one. We're stretching it out now. Soft with our breath, soft with your shoulders. That breath still in and out through your nose and trying to fill up your lungs with every breath. And now your next inhale, let's sweep that ear across the shoulder, lifting up, moving to the front scaling. Let it stretch for a couple breaths. And just like we did on the other side, find that gentle motion, moving nice and easy. Nice. Bring that head back to center. Take another breath in and relax. Yummy. Now, you're sitting tall. Take another deep breath in as that spine goes long. The crown of your head moves up. And now from that position, let your chin float down your shoulders. They're going to drop away and back a little bit. Now, the weight of your head is going to stretch out the back of your neck. We soften into this. We ease into this. Don't go too much. Don't go too tight. Just let it ease in. You're going to feel that beautiful stretch. The muscles upside the top of the spine. The head dangles. You feel the stretch, and then maybe you turn your head a little left and right. Tell you what you might want to do if you're feeling any tension at all. You might want to change the cross of your legs if you're feeling any lower body stuff going on. So we go ahead and turn the head a little bit. Again, those shoulders are soft and back. It's real easy to bring them and even hunch them up. And when you do, you shorten the muscles you're trying to stretch. And that's the exact opposite of what we want. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you get to stretching and my tongue goes, yeah, I want to rest too. All right, now take a deep breath in. We're going to look up at the ceiling. Yeah, we're going to stretch the front of the neck now. Take a breath here. Want to enhance this? Bring that jaw forward and up. And release. You can really feel that one, can't you? It's a good stretch if you got this waddle to reduce it a little bit. So take another breath in. Now let's roll that all out. We've done both sides of our neck, the front and back. We're going to go to head circles. We roll that around simply, easily. Maybe a little, I always call this a Rice Krispies move. Because as you do it, most of us go snap, crackle, pop. And that's good. Has some realignment in there. Save yourself a chiropractor bill. So many of the things we do, so many of the stretches, so many of the movements we do, when you feel that realignment, when you hear that realignment, there's nothing going wrong in there. Unless there's a real acute pain with it. It's simply readjusting yourself, just like a chiropractor might do. If you feel guilty because you're doing your own adjustments, send your chiropractor a donation. We'll go the other way if that's important to you. Me, though, I just appreciate being able to self-care. Self-care. Oh, my God. Self-care is so critical, so amazing. So we're going around again. You're looking for any positions that might feel good to just pause and twist and turn a little bit. Making your body happy, making your neck happy. You're being yourself. Choose happiness. Yeah, nice. Let's come back to center. Let's do a couple more breaths. And you know, these breath with the hold, these are really powerful to have additional release on things like this. So let's go back to that. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Hold it at the top. And release. Through your mouth or your nose. Just let it all go. Let that air come out. And now another deep breath in, filling up. Hold that breath at the top. Again, we're letting that breath energize our body. We're letting it release any tension, any tightness, especially in the areas we just stretched and release. This time I want you to really focus on filling up, filling the belly as you come up, the chest. Completely fill the lungs, front, back, and sides. Hold at the top. Now that energy swirling throughout your body. Open your mouth and release slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't push, don't push. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And when you think it's empty, push. There's more. Oh, yeah. And release right back to that starting position. Woo! Should feel kind of nice. I'll tell you what. Remember we turned and looked over our shoulder at the beginning? Do it again. Any difference? Do you have any more depth? Is there a little bit more ease of motion there? I hope so. Should be. So that's a practice you can do any time of the day, early morning, late night. And it's going to help you get some mobility, get that neck nice and loose, release those points of tension to allow the nerves. You get a little tingling in your hand, your right hand tingles. Stretch here. And there's some, if you go into our members area, if you're a member, you can go in. There's some scaling stretches in there in the body fix session. That it's amazing. As you do them, as you do that technique, you're going to feel that release all the way down to your thumb. So, with that, go out and have an amazing day. Move well. Stay healthy. Be happy. Find a purpose and live with passion. That's what everybody over 100 has in common. They're lean, they have a purpose, and they never quit. Have an amazing day. Talk next time.